a great metaphor for management leadership. You know, mountain climbers, you know, they're climbing a wall, right? And they get to a position on a mountain and they hold, and that's called standardization. Okay. Now they're managing it, you know, like in business, standardization, you know, we decided to be this and now we're managing it. Like, how do we do it? How do we reduce costs, mitigate risk, all those things. We're trying to do more of the same thing better. We switched to a new business model, and that's standardization. Now, when the mountain climber looks up and says, we have to go, different direction, time to go, and they let go, it's called taking a lead. Okay? Mm-hmm. And so now, and there's fear in taking a lead. You have to let go of something that you've been doing, right? And now you got to reach up, and there's risk and there's fear, but you have to take a lead. And then you pull up, you lead, and then my company would be in standardization mode. And then all of a sudden something would change, and it'd be like, okay, I got to take a lead, and bam, and then pull up, and then standardize. And so it's interesting. That's a great metaphor, just like digging a ditch, building a hospital, but that whole standardization, take a lead, standardization, take a lead, you know? So does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. And I was even thinking to extend it, maybe like the mountain climber would go one up, one higher, and then they'd realize that there's something that they should go in a different direction.
Yeah.
Like this isn't going to work going up.
They got it over here. Yes,
yeah.
Exactly.
Just like you were saying with the company, there's so many changes that you have to make. The mountain climber is not going to go straight up.
Yeah, that's
You're going to have to go this way and this way.
Exactly.
And this way
yeah.
to the top, maybe.
Because there's obstacles.
Right.
Yeah. You know, that's why I said I'll never come out with the video. I did it my way, because every once in a while I'm like going, you know what? Got it figured out. We finally got it figured out. And then I don't know whether it's the Lord throwing curveballs at me or just the evolution of society, competitive landscape, or, you know, we were small. You brought up a great point before. It's no longer the big companies beating the small companies. That's the way it was. Everybody bought IBM, and we were just this tiny little company. I had $8,000 in. I borrowed a little money to my sister. We started it. We had a couple of friends that were there in the beginning. And so we had loose change. And it was the big beating the small. Well, now you know what it is? It's the quick beating the slow.
Right.
It's the quick beating the slow. And so we were a small company, you know, like, when I left, I think we had 340 employees at that time. So in our industry, we're pretty small. But we were first to market often with things. However, 6 months later, competitors would get there, and then I'd have to take a lead, let go. I mean, I'd continue to standardize on that initiative, you know, but I'd have to go and continue to innovate.